We want to communicate to our investors that the funds are available, and if we continue generating cash flow as we have in recent years, there's definitely more potential. In the past, some automobile experts labeled the EV surge as a temporary trend, but now, it's clear that morally driven electric cars were just that, a trend. Mercedes has moved past this. The luxury automaker has announced it will continue producing combustion engines and, in fact, plans to outperform its competitors. AMG is advancing the M139 engine, perfecting it with superior fuel and thermal efficiency. Mercedes might just dominate the market again as the M139 continues to make waves in the automotive world. Join us as we uncover everything you need to know about the M139, the engine poised to disrupt the EV industry. Mercedes has made a sharp U-turn. While the world pushes the moral agenda of electric vehicles, Mercedes is taking a bold stance. Previously, the luxury carmaker had announced an electric-first strategy, aiming for full electrification across all model variants by 2030, aligning with global goals for carbon neutrality. Enjoying the content? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates. Join us for more insights and exciting news. Be part of the community today. Benz wants to accomplish the biggest engine roar before many manufacturers go quiet with their electric vehicles to further appease the ICE engines enthusiasts. Mercedes has recently announced a $15 billion investment in high-tech combustion engine technology that has sent ripples through the automotive industry. Mercedes-Benz CEO Ola Kalenius underscored the critical need for these investments, warning that without them the company's combustion engine division could encounter major challenges as early as 2027 or 2028. This potential setback is linked to the tightening Euro 7 and China's 7 emissions regulations. The Euro 7 standard, set to take effect on July 1, 2025, will be the most stringent, yet mandating that all new petrol and diesel vehicles adhere to the lowest emission limits previously outlined in Euro 6. Specifically, from 2025 onward, all new cars must limit nitrogen oxide emissions to just 60 milligrams to remain compliant. For climate change mitigation enthusiasts, Euro 7 standards are a milestone victory. However, in general, the global trend of driving EVs is also declining. There are many reasons behind the decline, from pricing to impracticalities of charging standards. Many drivers are hesitant to invest in available EV units. Mercedes-Benz is the latest automobile company to realize that the EV demand is fluctuating severely. In January 2024, Renault put its plans to list its EV units, citing unfavorable stock market conditions. Similarly, General Motors scaled back its EV production targets in response to waning demand. Against this backdrop, it's no surprise that Ola Kalenius emphasized the need for a flexible approach in navigating the ups and downs of the EV transition. The automobile manufacturing experts are calling this move a cautious outlook that will maintain Mercedes' global marketing position. They explain that EV consumerism is as intricately tied to the mindset and the narratives around the crux of the problem. For someone to make a radical shift in their automobile preferences and to navigate the uncharted world of charging car batteries, they really have to buy into the dangers of climate change. Plus, the costs of buying an EV have to be justified too. Only then companies like Mercedes-Benz and Renault can think about scrapping their ICE engines. It is not surprising that Mercedes has revised its expectations, now predicting that only 50% of its sales will be all electric, a notable shift from the more optimistic projections shared in their fourth quarter financial report. The company has made it clear that gasoline and hybrid vehicles will remain part of its lineup for the foreseeable future. According to Mercedes, market conditions and customers will set the pace of transformation. The automaker plans to meet a broad range of consumer needs well into the 2030s, whether through electrified combustion engines or fully electric drivetrains. We're far from seeing an all-electric Mercedes, but the company is still producing the best ICE engines. Experts worry that the continued production of such advanced engines, coupled with the company's recent announcement, is a big blow to the EV surge. EV manufacturers are pushing for the hefty transition by emphasizing the top-notch performance of their engines. However, as long as automakers like Mercedes keep redefining what it means to be the best, EV manufacturers have a problem on their hands. The data so far shows the very same two Rivian and Lucid, two automakers that exclusively make electric vehicles, have projected flat production levels for the year. Similarly, Tesla's CEO Elon Musk has warned of significantly slower sales growth for the company in 2024 in response to this stunted trend. Companies like Ford and General Motors have either scrapped certain models or delayed plans for new factories. Last year, electric vehicles made up around 8% of total car sales in the United States, while in Europe they accounted for 13% of the market. By the looks of it, EV markets remain stagnant. In light of these events, Mercedes-Benz has unveiled its remarkable engine, the M139, and with its $15 billion investment underway, it just keeps getting better and better. the most powerful four-cylinder engine in the world. Any car enthusiast knows that four-cylinder engines have nothing on larger 6- and 8-cylinder counterparts, but for some reason, the automobile industry can't have enough of them. Turbocharged four-cylinder engines offer a practical solution, delivering the power traditionally associated with larger engines while also cutting down on emissions. Though they may never achieve the legendary status of the V8, there are some remarkable four-cylinder engines on the market today. However, if there's one industrial name that takes the podium every single time, it is Mercedes-Benz M139 Engine. The powerful engine delivers up to 469 horsepower. This engine made its debut in the Mercedes-AMG C63 SE Performance, priced at $84,000, replacing the M133 engine, which was in production from 2013 to 2019. The M139 packs impressive power for its size. A turbocharged inline-4, used across several Mercedes-Benz and AMG models, it nearly matches the power of the Ford Mustang's Coyote V8 despite being much smaller. While Lotus uses a detuned version in the Emira, it is not quite the same. The engine's performance is impressive across different power levels, as it achieves 200 horsepower per liter. Its most powerful version, the M139i variant, powers the Mercedes-AMG C63 SE Performance, delivering 469 horsepower equivalent to 235 horsepower per liter. This output surpasses even the Bugatti Chiron Supersport, which produces 198 horsepower per liter. The M139 is so advanced that only 3 engines, all found in supercars, exceed its power density. The only vehicles that outperform it in this regard are the Koenigsegg Gemera, Jesko, and Chinger 21C. And, well, you don't need those engines in everyday cars when you have an M139 at your disposal. And it gets better, and you guessed it, better. The engine doesn't make peak torque until 5,000 RPM, and that peak only lasts for another 250 RPM. But AMG's engineers say this has resulted in an immediately responsive engine and that they've achieved a power delivery similar to that of a naturally aspirated engine.